Hi guys, how are you? So I am hopping on here to first let everyone know who were live on Thursday that Uncle T is home. He's resting. Surgery went really well, and I'm just thankful that he's on his healing journey. Yes, he's experiencing some pain, but that's to be expected. But nevertheless, he is home. So make sure that as you come into the live and participate in the chat, that you are on your best behavior because I don't feel like being mean today. All I'm doing is prepping for the September 12th, 2026. Hi, daughter in love. I was just getting ready to text you to see if you were available to mod. I am participating and prepping for the September 12th Crepe Myrtle Festival. I'm tired, believe it or not. I'm trying to get some sleep in between taking care of your father-in-law. He's experiencing a lot more pain today. The anesthesia has finally worn off, and so he's been up and down pretty much all night long. And so Boom kind of had daddy duties while I went to get my hair done because I still got to go get my hair done. You like it? You like it? So, but I'm just hopping on here to start prepping for the Crepe Myrtle Festival and getting these little mini essentials purses together because I have this to do. And hello there, Durant. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, I'm trying to tell him to take it easy, and he is overall. How are you? Is it Joe Rents? Put a thumbs up if it is, or just say yes. That's it. And make sure you guys, when you're coming into the chat, if you would just go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Um, Make sure that you click on the like button. That'll be really good. Um, these things are, if you go to the top right hand corner, there should be three dots. Go ahead and click on those dots and then hit the like button. But I am putting together these little mini purses, like I was saying, and going to put the items that I will be selling at the vendor event inside of these purses and getting them ready. I have about 48 of these to put together. I'm not going to put them all together here. I am only going to put them together. Hello, Keisha, how are you? I am only going to put together um, probably six. I'm not going to be on here too long, just long enough to get maybe these six. And if I feel up to it, a little more together, because I do need to make sure that my honey is doing okay. Overall, I'm good, Keisha. I'm just a little tired. As I was sharing, and as you know now, my honey is a little under the weather. The anesthesia has finally worn off, and so he's been kind of up and down. And when he's up and down, I'm up and down because I got to make sure that he doesn't fall because he had back surgery, and so I've been a little tired because he doesn't sleep because of that pain. But as I was saying, I am putting together my little mini essentials purses. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. I hope he feels better. Completely understand. Yeah. So I'm putting these together. They're really cute. This is one of my best sellers when I go to vending events. So I am going to put together a couple of them. And so one thing I'm going to do is, they are cute. I actually got these off Temu, which is saving me a ton of money because I used to buy um, little mini purses, and I bought them individually and ended up paying a lot for them in the long run. So some of the things I'm going to include in them are these little mini lip balms. Aren't they cute? They're cute. They're so cute. They are. They're so cute. This one is, I can't even see y'all. This is honey. So this is a honey, and this is I can't read. This is little lemon, honey peach. I probably could have looked at the back of it. Uh, Not my language. This one is the original flavor, so it's probably just like regular Vaseline. And this one is avocado and strawberry and rose. So I'll put one of these in each one of these things. So they'll get one of each of those. And then I got these little ties from just the Dollar Tree. So they'll get one of these. Keisha, I still haven't forgotten. When I get some downtime, I'm going to your website to shop. I'm going to try to get there this week. I just been having a lot going on. And instead of creating a video for this, I said, I'm just going to go live. It's just quicker. I don't have to worry about editing. It is what it is. So that's why I've been going live so much. I just don't have time to edit a video. So hopefully my life will start slowing down now that Uncle T's procedures are done and over with. Mine are out, done and over with. And yeah. So back to what I was saying. Honestly, this week kicked my butt too. Yeah, it was a busy week. And not only that, it was busy at work. And then, like I said, I had to be out with Uncle T. And yeah, and then it's right back at it because I've got to work. And you all have heard me say it a million and one times that my job, I'm the one that does. I'm the only sole person doing it. So then they'll get one of these bobby pins. They will get a breath mint. So these came from the Dollar Tree, of course. And they'll get a Band-Aid. I plan on getting some rest soon. I did get a little sleep yesterday after he got home. I slept for about 3 hours. And then, like I said, he was up pretty much all night, up and down, up and down. So that made me get up and down too. And yeah. But I'm just praying that everything gets to going. These are actually going to be sold at the I'm on September 12th. I'm going to be participating in the Crepe Myrtle Festival. So as a vendor, so these are going to be sold at that event. Eventually, if I have any left over, I probably will sell them. Yeah, they're so cute. But I doubt if I have any because trust me, they sell really, really good. And then I have these. Okay, if there are any men on here, don't be shamed. Women have to have these things. So 3, 6, 8. I should do 8. And then I have these. I know, right? I'm like, come on, don't act like you don't know. Women have to have those. And of course, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my bulk of these. But if they don't come before soon, because it's hard to get these little mini sizes. I'm just gonna go back to Dollar Tree and get and purchase them. But these are things that we as women need. What you got planned good for the weekend? You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if you meeting someone and like pop a mint in your mouth, pop a mint in your mouth before you start greeting someone. So I'm missing my hand sanitizers. I even have sanitizers, but I don't put them up, so now I got to go find them. But yeah, so all we're going to do is just put these in there. Okay. Thank you, baby. Tell my son I appreciate that. Well, I hope you feel better, Keisha. There's nothing like a summer cold. Those are the worst. Those are the worst. He liked my hair. Y'all got to go check out my TikTok. I was dancing. I think I'm gonna be a dance instructor. So all I'm gonna do is just put one of these on the inside of here. Very simple. And then they'll get a mint. They'll get one of these, a lip balm. And I'm not trying to match the colors. I am on TikTok, but I'm just now starting to post over there again. I'm just really starting to post over there again. It's under Crafting with Joy. It's Crafting with Joy. Actually, I started with TikTok before coming over to YouTube. Um, yeah, and then I just stopped and said, okay, start interacting with more people one on one on YouTube. Yep, sure did. So then I get one of these, because especially if you have long hair or you want to pull your hair back in a bun or whatever, a ponytail, you got a little twist tie, a bobby pin. I gave them a mint already. And then they'll get a band-aid. But I got to get their uh hand sanitizers. And yes, but for demonstration purposes, I would just put one of these in here. But you know, these come from Bath and Body Works. I'm getting it. But for demonstration purposes. And then that's that. And then I would tie them back. Just tie it back. They're so cute. Aren't they cute? Now you see why they're such a good seller, because these are things that you don't typically think about. And the thing is, I'm not a gatekeeper. You know, I think everyone can win, but that's cute. And if you want to tie it so that it's not so, you know, long, you can tie it into a bow, or you can just, however, which way you want to do it, whichever way. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. It's cute. So it depends. If I can get the rest of the stuff in, um, because there are some that's going to cost a little bit more because they're going to be more themed. And I have like themed purses. Like I have them that's like this, not so much like this. This, of course, will be a little less expensive than these. Um, in essence, they will have similar things. They just won't have as many things going on the inside of the bag because obviously it won't fit. But I have some more that's similar to this, and I just took some of the stuff out. But like in Temu, when I learned of Temu, and then I used to use a different type of trading company to buy this kind of stuff to go in these. And so when I learned about them, I was like, okay. So being that I have a Temu account and everything, I just order from Temu, and I do pretty well. And so then they'll get one of these. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. It's so cute. And so I'll include that in there in one of them. But I got to see which one I want to go in this one. And being that this is blue, we'll put this black one in there. Ta-da! And that's all it is to it. Because I have some Hello Kitty ones that's coming. Some leather ones. But I'm hoping they get here before the end of before the end of this month. But again, this is all I'm doing, just stuffing, trying to get it in here. And because Annaboo gave me, during my live, Annaboo gave me a great idea to get rid of some of my crafting stuff, was to create mystery boxes. And Keisha, you know all about those mystery boxes. So Annaboo suggested a mystery box for some of the crafting stuff that I have that's just sitting in my storage unit, taking up space. And if I was to turn my camera around right now, you would probably be like, well, Joe, I thought you was going to stop buying. I was, but however, in the meanwhile, in addition to, I kept buying. I kept buying. But let's give them one of that. They have that. Let's give them a mint. And I wasn't going to match them, but it's kind of cute to match. A hair tie. Let's give them a brown one. But these are great, great sellers. Great, great selling items. So we can just keep like these little things inside of our cars, and it's small enough to fit in the glove compartment, so that if you're out and about and you like, oh snap, it's that time of the month and you don't have anything. Tell my son I said hello. Daughter in love, tell him I said hello. Tell him to check on his dad later on. Right now he's resting and he hadn't been sleeping. He didn't sleep much last night. So tell him to check on him later on. He's got some pain going on. But we need these kind of things. I mean, for me, I don't have that problem anymore. But maybe for some of y'all do, but I don't have that problem. I don't have to worry about all those cramps and stuff. I know, lucky me. I'm so lucky. Well, I have a doctor who believes in, if you don't need it, why keep it? Especially if you had a lot of problems like I did. So, and usually I have like a chain, like everything just be already out, but this is strictly for TV. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Keisha. I was like that. TMI moment, but mine used to last almost 21 days straight and heavy. 21 days straight. 21 days. I was so miserable. Yeah. Um, it was so bad and it was so heavy. The doctors wanted to, they were concerned. My blood count was below 6, and they wanted to, if they didn't stop it, if they weren't successful in stopping it. I know my hand sanitizers, I put them up somewhere and then I have some coming. I just can't find them. I have a few, you know. So they're coming. So you yelling hand sanitizer, they're coming. I have some. I really do. I have some. I do. I have hand sanitizers. I just don't know what I do with them. And then if I can't find them, I just have to. I have plenty of the ones from Bath and Body Works. So if push come to shove, because when I say I've been shopping, I just haven't done videos, but I've been shopping. So like I said, if I was to do a panoramic view of my office craft room, y'all be like, Joe, I thought you said. But you can't believe everything I said. They are really cute and they are great sellers. So, if you're looking for something to sell on your site, nope, Keisha, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. No, it's not organized. If it was organized, maybe, but I just have stuff. You know how said you showed mine is worse because I haven't had time to put anything up. But if you all want to sell some of these type things, do what I'm doing. It's great sellers. I don't mind at all. Trust me, I got the idea for somebody, so There's nothing new under the sun. We all able to make some money. Everybody can eat. That's the way I see it. Oh yeah, it's a lot of I have a lot of stuff. It's so bad. But I do want to get rid of stuff that I've already had because what I want to do is eventually kind of morph more into a um I get into interior design. As I start thinking about my future, because I plan on retiring from my job within the next 2.5 years. It was three, but we've passed that 6 month mark in the year. So now I'm taking it down to 2.5 because that sounds like I'm getting closer there, even though I may not be. Um, I want to do something that's going to be laid back, something that I would enjoy doing. So I told my husband that I plan on taking some interior design classes. I have an eye for it already, but and do it for like new construction homes, then I want to have the credentials behind me. Now, my mom and my sister automatically, if especially my sister, she just have a design eye. If you was to go into her house, you would swear up and down that she staged homes. Nope, she just have that design eye. I do to an extent, but I want to make sure that it's right because this is something that I want to end up permanently retiring from. And I want to do something I enjoy. I don't want to, I don't want to go back into a finance field because although I work in finance, it's not something I want to worry about and have to stress over because working in finance and dealing with numbers and doing all this kind of stuff is very stressful. My job is very stressful. And so, whereas once upon a time when I was younger, I wanted to, you know, key and hear that, 10 key calculator tape just roll up. I'm so past that because I done hit those keys so many times that I'm over that kind of life. So I just want to do something chill, and I think I'll be pretty good at it. Um, and I may even go back into doing real estate. I may go back and get my real estate license. I missed it by 4 points. So I think that coupled with um interior design, I think that'll be right up my alley. And so eventually I want to get rid of, a lot of the crafting stuff. However, I still want to um continue to um do crafting, but I want to teach people how to craft, show them the ins and outs by starting back up my crafting classes and stuff like that. But I want to do fun stuff. I got 2.5 more years. That's all. I keep telling myself 2.5 more years. That's all you got, girl. 2.5 more years. You got this. Y'all, I hope people don't get infections from these. These came from Timu. I'm hoping, Keisha, because Lord knows, child. Oof. I'm hoping, because, child. Mm, mm, mm. When I say, yeah, I'm ready to be on chill mode. I mean, like you, Keisha, I admire the fact that you just, stepped out there. I know, right, Keisha? Hey, it's the thought. They better add some tissue paper with it like we used to do back in the day. Like, you better get you some tissue paper. Ooh, that's so mean. So crazy. These are so cute. That right there. Purple. The pink, red, multicolored. Um, this black, brown. Gonna give this one a multicolored, and we'll give them a pink. Yeah, and then they need a bobby pin. Y'all, I'm just putting it all so I can just grab it and put it in there. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Mm, bobby pin, brown pin. Yeah, yes. Now, Keisha, you know, back in the days, girl, we used to have that tissue paper. Because think about it, especially like when you were in high school and those unexpected moments come and you had to go to the bathroom and the only thing you had was tissue paper. Yeah. So at least you getting this cute little bag. Cute little bag. And my out of pocket cost is low. Yeah. Most definitely gonna be a profit on these. Yeah. I probably have like almost about a 75% profit on them. Hmm. It's gonna be good. It's the profit margin is really good. So mhm. Won't be breaking even on these, not at all. These gonna sell out. I'm hoping now. It's a little different. The economy is different now, so I most definitely um kind of see how things are. But this is an event that is is huge. It's 50. It's the 52nd. I plan on recording it. Yes. Yeah, I plan on it. Um, as much as possible. My nephew is going to be there. He sells like artwork. He's an artist, and so he does a lot of abstract art and stuff like that. And so he's trying to get his business out there. He actually does like his business called Rolling Brushes. And so he's gonna have his artwork there. Then I'm gonna have some of my husband's stuff there that that he makes. His woodwork and stuff will be there. And then I'm gonna have my stuff there. So um I'm not I'm gonna have things like these little things. And like I said, Annaboo suggested about 10 of the mystery boxes, and then a couple of other things that I have. I made some of the signs that I've made on the channel. I may sell those as well, um, for cheap, just to offload it. Because like most of the stuff will be going to my mom's church to sell and to donate to people who are starting over and victims of domestic violence. I've been waiting on her to, to tell me when she's ready for me to bring that stuff over, because I need to make space in my new storage building for all this stuff this right here. If only you could see. But some of the things that I've purchased when I first started crafting up until now, you know, I want to kind of get rid of. And like I said, my 2.5 year goal is to retire and then start, I may go ahead and get my real estate license now and then start my design classes, interior design classes. The only drawback to that though is that, you have to sew, and Lord knows my mom's a seamstress and she's been trying to get me to learn how to sew forever. And I'm like, Mama, I can't do it. But I mean, I'm vested in my future. So, and we've had, like I told y'all before, plenty of successful businesses, ranging from commercial cleaning to me doing publishing, self-publishing. You hate sewing, Keisha? I'm pretty sure you had to do sewing too with the type of stuff you're in, the industry you're in. I can't sew a lick. I can thread a needle, but that's about it. I may be able to put on a button. I haven't tried that in a long time. She's tried that before, but I get so frustrated, you know. I'm just like, gosh, this takes so long. Why you got to do all this? What? But she loves it. She loves it. My thing is, my husband, he wanted to sew, and so for Christmas, I had bought him a sewing machine. Now that was three to 5 years ago. He didn't even open it. So you know what I did? I just gave his sewing machine to my mom. No, it didn't. I can imagine, Keisha. Mm-mm. But then, like, I look at your sister. I mean, she makes it look easy too, and so lovely with grace. She makes it look easy too, and they're so talented. So I'm like, but it just seemed like it takes a long time just to put something together. But I can only imagine, because if people really saw how long it takes to even to put a craft together, then you will see real quick that it takes time. That's why I don't get it. That's why I don't get it. I'm like, people are so impatient. They be like trying to rush it. I'm like, now y'all right there. Oh, did you? I'm sure she would be more than happy to do it. And besides, if nothing else, it's content for her. Now, have you encouraged your brother to get back on YouTube? I be looking for his content, but I said I guess he's like, I'm over this. He's got to understand it takes time. But with him, especially if I guess it depends on he's going to. He should tell him don't give up. I mean, my husband on his channel, at Winning Solutions, the number 4, the letter U, Real Talks with Uncle T. Um, he does it because he said that one day when he's no longer here, his children, great grandchildren, and so forth, so on, would be able to go back and look at his videos, and he wants to be able to leave them some nuggets to live by. And so, if for no other reason, he's like, that's why he wants to continue. If he gets monetized in the process, that's fine. If not, that's fine as well. But he likes to do that kind of stuff. He used to be like an instructor. Okay, so he's got a food truck business, or he's starting one. Oh, he's starting one. What kind is he planning on doing? Some people, a soul food one. I haven't seen many soul food trucks. That would be good. It's so cute. Well, I could kind of tell. Does he do? Is he primarily the cook in his home? I know my husband is. I hate cooking. I hate it. I can cook, but I hate cooking. I hate it. I am a mix of different things. You have a bunch of what, daughter? Hand sanitizers? You have to get it. Yes, he used to cook for us when we were young. Oh, yeah. I just despise cooking. My son, his wife is on here, Valerie. I think you know Valerie by now, Keisha. Um, my son, he loves my baked chicken. I'm like, is that it? Is that all you love? Is my baked chicken? I could cook some other stuff. Yeah, it's Valerie's son that I was mentioning to you, Keisha, that wants, he likes thrifted clothes. And, as a teen, and then my son, Jaden, who just had a birthday, they love thrifted clothes. So my grandson, Tristan, and my son, Jaden, which is kind of unusual because, most teens don't be getting into that. Oh, really? Okay. Why this one feel heavy? Oh, that's because of that sanitizer. Let's put one of these together. Found some amazing denim and jacket. Oh, you got the approval? Okay. Okay. Well, those nephews will tell you, Auntie, but they're not gonna buy that. Yeah, Valerie, I was telling Keisha about the my grandson Tristan likes thrifted clothes, and she has a website, www.keishadestylist.com. Check her out. She has great deals on her stuff, and she doesn't mind giving you a discount either. She have like the mystery box challenges, right, Keisha? It's the mystery box. It's the style box. Or you're not doing those anymore. I remember you said you was getting rid of one of them. I'm missing a like. I have three people in here and several behind the scene looking. You on your way to the country to eat barbecue? Now you know you don't need barbecue. You don't need no barbecue. Leave that barbecue alone. I understand. You just gotta tweak it. If it doesn't work one way, you just tweak it and come back a different way. I mean, that's with life though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I was talking to, many different people. Like when I see people at the salon or whatever, or in the stores, and I let them know, hey, go check out my YouTube channel, you know, and they want to get into it. And then they like, you know, scared to to try it, or they have a page and then they get upset because these new YouTube requirements that's coming up what in February. It's discouraging a lot of crafters, and not just crafters, content creators. And I said, well, a lot of it is because of those people over there on them other social media platforms who, trying to get paid is crazy. Um, Now don't tell me that. I'll sit there and be thinking of creative ways, Keisha, and send you messages. You're gonna have to give me your personal number so that I can chit chat with you offline. Um, because one thing about me, I'm a visionary, so I can see things. And yeah, because and your market is, it's a lot of people doing it, and I agree with you. It's a lot of people, but like here on YouTube and other platforms, I don't know if you're seeing this, but in the crafting world, it's so many different people out here doing DIYs, especially Dollar Tree DIYs. And they're going to push content for certain ones, and when it's saturated, heavily saturated, it's hard to get the views that you're looking for. And it's nothing wrong with your content. Like, you have great content. I mean, if anybody ever tried to tell you otherwise, they tell them a lie. You have good content, but it's just the market is so saturated. You know, that's the reality of things. And then when you look at um trying to be original, it's hard to be original in this type of competitive um on a competitive site like YouTube. Especially doing DIYs and stuff. Like I said, they push certain people, and you know what I'm making reference to. um they push certain people's content, and I've seen a lot of people, just going through and listening to different creators about this new requirement, and seeing people cry, because they're like, I've been doing this for so long, and just the idea, I put in all this time just for it never to come into fruition. Like, I'm really just now starting to try to be more intentional with my channel. I really, because I do have people emailing me, you know, and like, can we get more? Can we get more? But it's just that I listen to my body, number one. And if I have a busy schedule, I learned with doing publishing not to allow people to push you beyond your zone. Well, I mean, but it's like that. And I think it has a lot to do with YouTube's algorithm. Once you think you have it figured out, they switch up on you. You know what I'm saying? They switch up on you. And then you back at square one trying to figure it all out again. But I think one of your strongest suits, Keisha, in all honesty, is when you style the stuff so people actually see it. I mean, because you be killing it, especially when you be doing those throwbacks of 70s, 80s, and then you style it so people can see it. When you do stuff like when you go back and you style something like popular people like Tupac, and you know, of course, my favorite is always Good Times. Those women back in the day, they just dress. I love that style. I do. Now, not Florida Evans. Now, not her. Not Florida Evans. But Walona, Thelma, I love their style. Even till the day, it still be hitting. So, but that kind of stuff. And sometimes you stick with what works. If it works, then go with it and just give people. I know it does. I know it does. I know it does. But maybe incorporate like when you doing that kind of style, maybe go live and just take the, it's going to take longer because you're going to be doing style changes during a live, but do a live style change and show people in real time how you put that outfit together. You know, what goes into the thought process. Do behind the scenes of the thought process of how you put it together. Just like sort of like I'm doing with this, to put these together. Yeah, I can show you what's on the inside of them, and I've already uploaded just the bags itself. But to see what all's going inside of there, and then, you know, letting people, and if somebody want to bite off this, they can. It doesn't bother me. I just feel like it's enough money in the world for everybody to eat. But in your situation, it's something different, it's something new, because let's be honest, we all have to keep trying to improve and bring something different to the channel to keep people's attention. Unfortunately, with crafting, who wants to sit there and watch you blow dry some paint for 10 minutes? Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think you will get a lot of, and you can start off with something really, a frame. And then when you start getting more people, then yeah, I think that'll be good. Um, and actually, Keisha, have you ever thought about like in conjunction with styling it, offering it for sale right then? Buy it now and advertising it for sale, the whole outfit. You can get this whole outfit for $15. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Mm-hmm. Auction it off right off your body. I mean, you can do that because a lot of time, if you're like me, I'm a visionary. I have to see it. I see things. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah, I try. And sometimes I be like, I ain't like that. Even like on one of the lives I did, and I still have this thing right here. I'm like, oh, I ain't like that. That was ugly. But see, I don't fake it for anybody. What you get is what I'm true. This is my real. I'm real. I don't I don't fake it. I mean, and if people can see the authenticity of everything, then I think, you know, just like I be like, I don't know why people ain't following me like they should. That's okay though. I ain't sweating you. You come, you follow, you can. So I am. There's no other person I would rather be than myself. God made me this unique individual. I'm not coming on here to sugarcoat anything. There are certain things about me that I enjoy. I enjoy getting my hair done. I enjoy being a joy to everybody. I enjoy helping people. I'm not envious of anyone. I'm authentically me. I'm like, take me as is or don't. Some days you'll see me with makeup on, some days you will not, like today. Nothing like chat. When I say, hey, chat, glam me up a little bit. I'm not doing any more thumbnails on my own. I don't have to come up with that. I just tell chat what I want. Chat will create my thumbnails. I don't have that to worry about. See, I, I'm I don't have time. I don't have time to go through all that anymore. My life is really busy, and it's my job continues to morph into more. I'm taking on more duties. They're adding to, they're not taking away. So in order to be able to get stuff up on the channel, I have to have some intervention, and chat is my intervention. And I love chat. My chat name is my friend, my friend chat. He is his name is Andrew. I have Andrew. And I mean, if you think about it, like, I understand your whole thing too. You want to have, have people to see styling and seeing everything in real time. But there's nothing wrong with having you an Andrew on the side, because sometimes people can't get past your model, to be honest with you, because they so used to these, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000, where you have these beauty people as your models. Everybody was a size 2 and looking hungry, and you know if you was not, if you was not, you know you didn't look right. So when you can, yeah, I would do both. But at the same time, people can't get past, in today's time, we so superficial. We have a lot of superficial people in this world now. And if the aesthetic of a person isn't pleasing to most people eye, you know what they'll do? They'll swipe right past it, because they can't get past a certain look. And that's the sad part, because what happened to the days of authenticity? And I'm all about being authentic. Be authentically you. And especially, I get your frustration because you put in a lot of time. You know, there's nothing like crafting. You put in a lot of time as well. Don't get me wrong. But I can change a color or something, and change the total look just by adding some paint to it and blowing it dry in a matter of seconds. In your situation, you have to put so much time in just altering a style. So we both have the same issue, but yours is a little more complex because people look, and if you don't meet the look that someone is, they automatically be like, And sometimes people are like, oh, she don't look right. Oh, she ugly, or he ugly. And then that takes away from the outfit, right? Because I don't like that outfit, because look at them. You see how they look in there? Oh, look at that. Then they start critiquing everything. And I'm like, all you need to do is just look at the outfit. Just look at the fit. Why you gotta look at the person's face? Is they hair beat? Are they together? So I take my hat off to you, because you be putting it down, girl. You be putting it down. And I can tell when you getting to that point of, I'm getting tired of this. I can hear it, I can see it, and that's why I try to come back and offer you words of encouragement, because I know. Trust me, I with the publishing business, if you want to see one that's just not an equal opportunity employer, self-publishing. Hi there, Melinda. How are you, darling? Keisha and I are just on here just chit-chatting. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, but keep doing you, Keisha. Melinda be killing it over there on All Things Home on a Budget. She be styling her little self off. Be styling. Yeah, everything is going well. I don't know if you saw my live from the other day, Melinda, but Uncle T had to have back surgery. And so we're finally home. And I was just getting online just to show everyone these. I was going to do a video, but I said it's just quicker to go live and just show what I was doing all the time. All the time. Like I said, almost every video when I'm doing a collaboration, always talk about how you was the first creator to support my channel. That will always mean a lot. Yeah, but my son, he texted me. He said, Dad's still asleep. So I'm kind of glad because he was up all night long, just up and down, up and down. But I guess he should be. But I'm like, you need to hurry up because we have chickens you need to feed. And I got some bushes I need you to cut down. I need you to finish painting my room. Yes, it is. It is. It is. And this time, I'm thankful to God he didn't have any trouble with anesthesia because in the past, he used to have a lot of trouble waking up from anesthesia. So he did fine. Well, they said it's going to depend on him, but they're hoping that he will be back at work within, 6 weeks. At first, it was 90 days. Now it's just 6 weeks. So that's pretty good. And he's usually, I mean, he takes really good care of himself. So he works out, he takes vitamins, and you know, and for him to be 63 next year, he he looks pretty good. Takes good care of himself. But he's not used to he bounces back from recovery when he's had surgeries like to what about 3 weeks ago he had hernia surgery. This was his fourth, and he was fine. I mean, he did well, but the back surgery was a little more concerning because you back there near the spine. And oh, that's fine, Keisha. But I'm not going to be on here too much longer because like I said, I just was hopping on here to put those little bags together, and I put all together that I have in front of me. Oh, most definitely. My husband is not afraid to go to the doctor. He'll go to the doctor quicker than I will. And he'll tell me, girl, you better go on to that doctor. But I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm not, I go, but he goes faster. And he said, you better do it because you know how these companies are doing away with insurance. And we have great insurance, but still, I'm like, I still got to pay a copay. But he takes his health serious. But his dad was like that. His dad was big on supplements to the point his dad had cancer. He had, and it had gotten to his bone, and they did stem cell transplant on him, and the cancer went into remission for like 8 years after they had called all the family in, and then he lived an additional 8 years, and he passed away from pneumonia. And they said that's because of the doctors were amazed, and of course we know that it was God who spared him. We know, you know, God has the final say so, but but I'm not going to hold you guys. I appreciate you all coming into the chat. Um, and just know that I appreciate each and every one of you. I am gonna go. My son told me he just texted me again, said he's still sleeping. I think my son is ready to be off daddy duty because he had to watch him while I went to get my hair done, and now I said I'm gonna go live right quick because I didn't feel like doing a video. So y'all have a blessed night. Keep us in your prayers, your thoughts and prayers. I would appreciate that. And I will do the same. So, guys, until the next DIY, bye for now. Bye, guys. I can't reach because this is my bad arm.